Hey there, just out on my lunch break, and I just decided that since yesterday we talked about breakfast, today we would talk a little bit about lunch. Lunch is one of those things that, if you're like me, you eat lunch at work or you have to be out when you're eating lunch, and you can't just be at home and use the resources that you already have right there in your fridge. It makes it difficult because if you don't plan ahead, fast food or food right out of a freezer, something like that is what you're going to end up with. That's going to increase your calories, that's going to make it a really difficult day, and you're going to have to slim back on dinner if you eat too much at lunch. So that's what I want to look at today. We'll take a look right now. So if you have the luxury of being at home, obviously you can make a plan, count your calories, and really look at what you're going to eat for lunch. If you're like me and you're at work, you're limited to a few options. I probably should actually do the dinner blog post on this first, because the first thing that I'm going to recommend is that if you eat a really healthy dinner the night before, go ahead and just take a portion of that dinner and bring it to work. Leftovers are awesome if you make them right. If you have an unhealthy dinner though, your lunch turns unhealthy the next day. So that'll make it so that your dinner will basically count as a double-edged sword. It either works for you or it doesn't. That's something that we've got to look at. Now the second thing is planning a small lunch. If you don't have a big enough dinner that you can take part of, or if you don't eat a healthy dinner and so you're looking for a healthy option the next day, there are a couple different things that you can do. They have like the healthy meals and all those things that come in frozen boxes that you can grab quickly. They're low in calorie, but they are very high in sodium. They have other bad factors, and they don't fill me up, I'll be honest. And I don't know about you, maybe they do. But if you're like me, you don't get full from that, so it's got to be something else that we're looking at. Planning around with fruits, vegetables, sandwiches, planning your bread, your carb intake, making sure that you've got the right things on your sandwiches, using mustard instead of mayo. Those sorts of changes can be really good for you. And that's something that, we really need to plan ahead. Get that done the night before, or wake up early and get that done so that you can count and make sure that everything is exactly the specification that you're looking for. The other thing that I want to look at, and I'll probably look at this in depth even more, and you've probably seen them just looking around online, is those salads in a jar. Basically you take a Mason jar, or I guess Mason's just the brand, but you take a jar and you fill it up with salad at the bottom, your dressing, everything, and then you put all of your other ingredients on top. Once you have that on top, you bring it to work, and right before you eat, you just shake it. It makes a delicious salad and puts it all together. I've done a similar thing one time with a tote one time with a Tupperware, but I really want to look into that deeper. So maybe we'll have to make us a jar salad and see how that works out for dinner one day or for lunch, and we'll see how it goes. But anyway, this is a quick look at lunch. Just make sure you plan ahead. That's something that I don't always do a good job of, and sometimes it really messes up my day. So good luck with lunch.